Strickland, and I'm here with John Chung of the John Chung Institute of Taekwondo. Mr. Chung, where did it all begin for you?
Back in Washington, D.C., about 18 years ago, 1970, I started when I came over from Korea. And I guess it was something that I've always wanted to do. And I finally got my wish, and here I am.
Who was your early instructor?
Of course, the infamous Mr. Chung, and he's known as the father of United States Taekwondo. And of course, being he's my uncle in the family, that helped a lot too. So that's where I got all started.
Tell us a little bit about the regimen at your school here, what you're emphasizing and teaching the students.
Well, the philosophy of any martial art, whether it's Taekwondo, karate, kung fu, is a self-discipline, and of course the self-defense. One thing that I do emphasize a lot in my school is the physical fitness, and one of the most things that I probably emphasize more than any other style or school is safety. I always say when you're having fun, you get carried away. So that is another thing that I do emphasize. But you can say it's physical fitness and self-defense.
I'm here with Willie Key, who's an instructor here at the John Chung Institute. Willie, tell us a little bit about the regimen here.
Well, the regimen at the John Chung Institute is a very efficient system, and it's based on one class after another, and including the head instructor, John Chung, teaches a class, most of the classes. So we get full knowledge of his experience, and we get to accomplish our goals much quicker.
How long have you been studying here?
Well, I transferred here from Okinawa Karate School. I'm going to my second year here, and all in total I have about 8 years of experience. I've been a black belt for almost 2 years, and I hope to continue.
I'm talking to John Kiernan. John, how long have you been taking Taekwondo?
I've been taking Taekwondo at the school for 2.5 years now. I took another form of martial arts about 9 months before I got here, and I spent a lot of time at various health clubs. But this I found to be, I lost more weight here, I got in better shape, and the side benefit, of course, is making a lot of nice friends.
What is it that you feel when you're going through your forms about Taekwondo? What does it relate to you?
It's I feel a form of discipline, but also it's like a graceful dance almost. But it's a form of supreme self-control, that you can make your body do things that you never thought possible. But with enough practice, we can try to assimilate that.
Do you go to tournaments and spar?
Yeah, I attended a tournament at the Felt Forum in March. In May, I went to Atlantic City. In August, I went to Washington, D.C.
And how did you do in those tournaments?
I took third place in sparring in Felt Forum. I took second place in Atlantic City. And there was another tournament I went to in Stony Brook University, which I took a second place in July.
What divisions did you compete in these tournaments?
All the tournaments I competed in a division they call the senior division or executive division, which is 37 years and older, and split it usually into about 3 groups.
So you must really enjoy the sparring aspect of Taekwondo.
Oh, I love sparring. Out of all the aspects, I enjoy it the most. We can get a good workout, nobody gets hurt, and shake hands when it's all over and have a good time.
As far as your future goes, what are your plans?
I'd like to stay with Sabanim John and Sabanim Howard Chung and stay with this school and hopefully teach someday if it's possible.
Sparring here is used with sparring equipment. It's very, very educational and scientific way that we do it here. So we have the students group up in a way. So when they go out there, the main objective is not to go out there and kill each other. It's a very well-controlled manner. That's why the instructor's out there. He's helping out, showing everybody which right ways to place your techniques. Not to hurt anybody, but really to have fun and a more of a learning experience, which is what I feel. And that's what I enjoy about teaching. You go out there and you show somebody to do something. You teach them, and you work with them, and when you see them do it right, that's what makes the whole thing worthwhile about teaching. And then just seeing them when they get out there, being able to use what they've been taught in the sparring situation.
Tell us about the sparring that you're teaching your students, what we were watching tonight.
Well, the sparring that we do here at the beginner stage, they go through step by step. We don't just go out and throw people in and have them spar. We teach them how to spar. That's the most important thing. Okay? And so therefore, when they actually get in there to spar, they're not afraid. We don't actually have the students sparring until, I would say, about good 8 to 12 months of training. So by that time, they're itching to spar. We wear all the protective gears, such as headgear, mouth guard, rib guard, hand, foot gear, groin protector, shin pads, arm pads. Sounds like going to a war, but like I said, when you're having fun, you get carried away. So therefore, you go out there, you try the techniques. You're not afraid to try the techniques, which is the most important thing. So if they do make a mistake, they don't go home all bruised up. And I do have a lot of young kids and also professionals in the school, and it is very important that they don't get injured. Okay? Things that happen are like, usually a bloody nose or something like that. But as far as a serious injury, not like back in old days, where you make a light contact and you get 10, 20 stitches. It's not like that.
Tell us what form you're going to do for us right now.
Well, this is a combination of both traditional as well as more modern martial art. This is a form that I put together to compete in the open circuit. And I guess you can say it's kind of winning form. I won the world title in 1981 and in forms, and also I won it also in fighting as well. But that was back in 1983 in London, England. But the forms that I do are both traditional as well as modern, therefore it attracts all the judges. And I think that's why it is very important that you have both solid basics in both sides, and that's what I'm going to be performing. So you'll see a lot of the traditional techniques, basic kicks, as well as flares, fancy kicks, and that's the whole idea as far as competing. You're not just competing, but you're also performing as well. So you have to impress the judges as well as the audience. But most important is something that you do for your real self as an individual. And this is something that I put together. So it's sort of like a personal form. It's like my world champion form.
Don't touch that dial. There is more martial arts coming up right here on Martial Art World.